Hi guys! That would be JDF.
We have new things. It's not me.
He'll be here soon.
He's like, he's coming. Go out. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, really good. Really good.
Is this your first time you've come here? Have you been to the UK MCM before? I was here last year with Steve Cardenas. Yeah. So
This is my first time. MCM.
I mean, not scary, I promise.
Oh, no. I believe you. How's everybody doing? You guys are so quiet. What time is it? That wasn't loud enough. Let's try that again. What time is it?
I love the entrance, like, I think it's boxing. Yeah. It's supposed to be so loud here. They have to talk. What a start it's been. The first question I have to ask you guys is, do you still have your suits? Well, I have my turbo suit, but it's not because it was given to me. Borrowed, yeah.
I have since had both of my suits made. So I don't have my original suit from the show, but I do have both of my suits, yeah. I retired them. I think it was last year at Ranger Stop. That was the last time I put it on. Yeah. But yeah, they're very tight. It's my mic that's doing the feedback. So, when I was younger, I said I was going to be an actress, singer, dancer, model, and a cashier. I just like pressing buttons. And yes, I've done every single one of those. I used to perform. Can you hear me? Okay. So, did you guys have a Carol Burnett show out here? Hello? Okay, let's try this again. Did you guys have a Carol Burnett show out here? Anyone? Oh, no! No way! Well, it's like do you have Saturday Night Live? Oh!
British comedy's much better.
Oh!
We have Graham Norton. Oh,
Okay,
that's loud.
so the Carol Burnett show is like a sketch comedy show that went on for many years. And when I was younger, it was on like in the 70s and the 80s, and I used to watch it and I would put on costumes and perform in front of my parents and pretend I was different characters. So that was kind of like my start. And then I went into theater and other things, but I've always wanted to be an actress, a performer. I just love making people laugh.
Do you think acting was your favourite platform compared to the others? Or is it just because you managed to get the jobs you were like, you could do better than that?
I was looking everywhere for you guys. It was just right here.
We went really far, Jay.
You missed the beatboxing.
Oh yeah, I did that in Lima. Beatboxing.
Did you? Yeah, please.
Okay.
Thanks.
First,
Nice.
I want to say happy birthday to these lovely ladies. It was her birthday yesterday, Nakia's birthday. We all have to sing happy birthday.
Right.
You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nakia Burrise. Happy birthday to you.
These girls are lovely. Give them a big hand. Hey, she's here for her birthday. She's here for her birthday. It's amazing. I just want to say happy birthday to you girls. And they look so. I was watching them on Instagram, thinking these girls don't even look tired. I'm over here like, so I had to like freshen up, and be like, hey. Anyway, happy birthday.
We should have brought a cake. I'm sorry.
No,
I
you know,
apologize.
I was gonna try to figure that out last night, but I told Nicole, I was like, I don't have too much time. I don't have the cake connections here. I don't have the connections.
Hello, hello. Oh, there we go. I'll share this one. No.
I was
want
just
to.
reminding you of the Joker. I got to see the movie. I'm saving it.
Yeah,
You know?
I
I was
know
saying, I
it's
missed
very
it as well.
But man,
Not for kids.
it's not.
No.
Deadpool was. Deadpool's part of the X Factor. It was amazing.
She was asking us about if we had always wanted to be actors. So what have you got to say about that?
The truth is that I acted up ever since I was a kid. I swear, Mom said, "You're so drama. You should be an actor." And I was like, "Yeah, maybe I should." Full of drama. What better place to put it than Power Rangers?
How about you, Catherine?
Yeah, same as Nakia. Ever since I was, this big, I doing grand jetés down the street, pirouettes. I was a dancer first, and then I got into acting and singing, and that was it. That's all I ever wanted to do.
What was it like joining such a big franchise as Power Rangers? Was it quite intimidating?
Very intimidating. I mean, when I first came here, these guys were traveling around the country for the first movie, the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie.
Wait, do it properly. Stand up, stand
Countdown.
up. Put the crowd in the
He's always
background.
sneaking around with that
And
camera.
she just waited, and the last second went.
Go on, no, stand up. Let's do a selfie. We
That
do
was
guys
actually
on the
pretty good.
back.
Go ahead, we will.
Yeah, so they were doing the press tour, and the first time I realized Power Rangers was as big as it was at the premiere of the movie. I was with you and Doug Sloan, and we got out of the limo, and everyone was screaming for them, and I was like, wow, this is a kids show. This is crazy. And I was coming onto the show at its peak. It was already so popular, so it was very intimidating. And they did tell me if the fans didn't accept me, they would be sending me back to Australia. So
Well, you're
that
here.
was in the
You're not back
contract.
there.
At least I stayed.
Yeah, you stay. Tommy got a new girlfriend,
Don't bring it up. It's a sore subject.
That's a non-sore subject.
Oh, it got quiet. in
So
here
what
all
was
the
the
time.
audition? What was the audition like?
Audition for me was a lot easier than all of them because no one really believed in the show, and it was like a joke. It really was in Hollywood at that time. But my audition was with Tweed. They were recasting for the Yellow Ranger. So I got a casting call. I showed up. There was probably maybe only 10 guys, maybe. So I went in the waiting room and I seen guys' gis all tied wrong and their belts all tied wrong. And I was sitting there and I look at their belt and they go, "Oh, I train." I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." And I'm thinking, "Oh, these guys do not train. They're just actors that say they train." And then there was about 20 girls. So I was thinking, is this for a guy or a girl role? I was kind of wondering. And I literally, the other guys came in, I did the audition, and they said, "Can you come back tomorrow?" I was like, "Sure." And then the girls came back, and I was like the only guy. There was no callback. I was the only guy there. And they said, "Hey, can you help us choreography some stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I hope I get the job because I'm already working." So I took this girl, and I started, did her a little routine in the hallway, and that was Twee. And I went in, auditioned, just like the Gung Ho episode. That's like that was written for my audition, where he went in there and Tommy did a backflip. I didn't do a backflip, but it was like, I did this. That Gung Ho episode was literally like my audition. That's why they wrote it. So it was like, that was it. And the only thing for me to think was, okay, these guys might be actors, but there's no way they can do a martial arts routine like I'm gonna do, because I was a competitor. So I just treated it like a tournament. That's literally what it was, a tournament. Came up, did all these weird lines about Zordon, whoever he was, and yeah, I actually had Walter's lines. It said I was reading for Zach. And so it was like, "Hey, Zordon," and then I just did my routine, then I just bowed and waited, and they were like, hi, come back tomorrow. And then I did, and then I was thinking at one point, maybe I should take out the girls, because I'm thinking, but I didn't.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. This doesn't work.
Yeah.
When you auditioned, did they see that? were you showing the other guys any kind of routines or anything like that? Did they see that you were actual martial artists and the other ones weren't?
Yeah, they called me back, and then Saban or whoever said, "Can you help us out with the girls?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." And I was thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna get a stunt coordinator job now." So they asked if I could help with the girls, and I said, "Yeah." They're like, "Put a routine together," because they didn't have the routine together. Like I had a kata, so I put this routine together, and that's what they're waiting to see. But some people are like, "I can do this," and then I can do that, and they're like, "Hey, help this girl put a routine together." And I picked Twee. I was like, "Okay, come over here, do this and that," and then did a routine, 10 moves, put it together, and they called her in, and she went in, and then that was it. Like
That's
they said,
awesome.
"Okay, you're hired," and I went home and I went, "Wow!" And then Twee got hired. Most people don't know why. The show was already going on because the original Yellow Ranger who was supposed to play quit, so they had to recast. Me and Twee were the only ones that were casted at that time. Everyone else was casted. So they cast Twee and put her in. So yeah, it was, and that's
You guys didn't know that, huh? I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
I didn't know about your audition. That's pretty cool.
New facts live at the stage. Did you find that dancing helped your martial arts side to the show?
I'm not a martial artist. I'm definitely not. I mean, how many of you have seen JDF with his like videos and all of that stuff? He's not someone you exactly would want to, fight. He's pretty good. No, but so I came in, like Kat was saying, she was a dancer. I came in as a dancer as well. So when we did the Turbo movie, we did 6 weeks of fight training, just stunt fight training. And but all of the guys were martial artists on the show. I mean, Adam, Johnny, amazing. Steve, amazing, and he's alright.
I'm just gonna tell Johnny she called him Adam. That's all I'm about to do. Hey Johnny, we're doing a panel and she called you Adam. We've been doing cons for a while. No, but you guys, they're great. I mean, the training, I just look at this because I've been thinking a lot. I do a lot of shows. The stunt guys we had on the shows are like legendary people. Like Ronnie Balicki, all these people, all these people that were under the stunt costume at one point. Now that there's Google, I'm like, oh wow. Like we couldn't Google who was who. So they tell you something, I believe them. But Google, there's a lot of good guys underneath there. So the guys that were training them for like a 2-week course are good people. Legitimately good people. That's the reason why it came out so good, is that we had a lot of good talent. Underneath those masks, I'm telling you, we're top talent. I thought they're just stuntmen. It's like, oh man, they're really talented. Hey, White Ranger, Green Ranger, you guys are looking good back there. I wanted to say hello to you. All the other Rangers.
Let's chuck it to the audience. Have you guys got any questions?
Yeah? Okay. Let's go over here first.
Hi guys, my name's Belinda. I'm from Norfolk, Middlesex. One of my questions I want to ask you is about Power Ranger CEO. How did you feel when you and Tanya were doing the opera singing?
Oh, I can't. No, that was terrible. So listen, my grandma, my Opa and Oma from German, my Opa was an opera singer, and my Oma was an opera singer. So they're like professional. So like I was like, oh, I can't, humiliate them. So we had to do this scene, and we were just like no, I kind of. It was like the whole episode. But we had fun, and she's great, and we had a lot of fun. But for me, I was like, oh no. Yeah, it was. It's still to the singing and all that stuff. Yeah, no. Yeah.
We had a great time trying to get him to sing. At first, he was like, "No, I can't." And then when he started, we couldn't stop. He wouldn't stop. The cameras were off. We'd be by the yes, I did it like Cat. Shut up.
Yeah, that's good.
We would be by the craft service, and he's like, "Nakia, do you want this?" And we were singing the whole day. I think we got on everybody's nerves.
Yeah, but I think I just did that over my nerves because it was like I was like, no, I'm not singing. Opera? This is Power Rangers, guys. It's already as cheesy as you can get. Now let's add opera, but we had fun. It was like, okay, that's enough, guys. No, I can't stop singing. Yeah, it was funny.
The next episode, you're still doing it.
It's Zeo too. Zeo, guys. Zeo for me is kind of like it's. You guys like Zeo, right? I enjoyed Zeo. It seems like it's starting to get a lot more popular to say that now, but you got the Zeo and the Minomorphins Turbo, but I enjoyed Zeo. I'm glad you asked the Zeo question. I enjoyed it. It was good. I had no vest. I felt naked, Like as the Green Ranger, I had this vest. As a White Ranger, I had a vest, and as soon as I turned Zeo, I was like, and they're like, oh, look at your helmet. I was like, yeah, I had a star on my helmet, all right? SpongeBob, Patrick.
Next question.
Hey guys, how you doing? Whenever the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers will be, do you think there might be another anniversary team up, and do you think you guys might be in it?
Seem to be doing the anniversary team ups for every season now, so I think they'll bring different people back. Just have to wait and see.
Yeah, but I think they don't take enough time for that. They don't take enough time. If you really want to do one, you should do it right way. Even in the episodes, like, I know you guys know Austin's and Beast Morphers, but it's not enough time. It's 20 minutes.
Yeah.
To have all these great people, it's not enough time. If you do a 5-part episode and live to each of the characters like the way they should be, the only way to save the franchise, in my opinion, is put the originals back and have content for your age range. That's how you can connect, because a reboot of a reboot is going to be hard to do that. Just connect. If you guys, the people here that love the brand, if it makes sense for everyone, then highlight it more. 20 minutes is so quick with like 10 people. You got one line. Hey, I hope my line is, oh, it's morphin' time. I wish that was my line. No, I don't. I never want to do that again.
Next question.
When you saw the Zeo helmets for the first time, what was your reactions? Did you find them unusual with the weird shaped visors that were very different than the Mighty Morphin
I
ones?
thought they were a little boring at first, but I liked the suits better. I thought the suits were really cute, but the helmet was kind of just a little uninteresting until I found out, this is so sad, but I only realized recently that the number of our Zeo call was the shape. So I was number 1, she was 2. I only just realized that. It only took me 24 years to figure that out.
26
Yeah.
for me.
You just realized too? Okay, good.
I know, the Zeo 5, you got to understand, we've been through, and you asked, I'm curious about the way your reaction was, but we've been through so many different things, and we're actually living it. We're not watching it, we're living it. Inside is a different perspective than the outside. We're so busy. But what did you think of when you had the Zeo?
Well, see, I didn't have the Mighty Morphin, so I didn't have anything to compare it about.
But what you saw
compare it with.
before?
I saw. I liked the suit. I liked the intricacy of the suit. I thought the helmets were okay. I think Mighty Morphin was nice as well. I mean, just looking at some of the helmets right now, like the Green Ranger, they were a little bit more detailed, the animals and so forth. But it was cool. Zeo was my season where my characters really introduced, so obviously I really love it. Little bias to Zeo.
What's the White Ranger thing you're doing here? What is that? Super Sentai. So I think for us, like the Zeo and all, for me, I kept changing because we ran out of footage. I mean, people ask, they just toys. We literally ran out of Japanese footage, so we went on to the next one and the next one, and people are like, what? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of how it was. So for us, the changing was always changing. When I saw the Zeo, I felt weird because I don't have a shield. The Gold Ranger looked cool in there, but we knew he was only there for a couple episodes, and so it was fine. It just was different. I've went through the different seasons of watching, and then Turbo was a little different. I mean, we did the movie, but then the costume started changing. But see, we don't know that one. I don't, but it looks cool. So there's a lot of cool costumes. I think we're just used to the MMPR because that was the first, but there's a lot of cool stuff out there, like that one.
Next question.
Out of all of the Power Rangers, what was your favorite in terms of kind of the set and like the suits as well?
Yeah, I had a lot of different ones. I enjoyed the Lord Draken. I love the Lord Draken, and the reason why is if there was a Lord Draken show, they can bring anyone in they want, any character in that they want to be involved. That gives a loophole of any season, anywhere. That's like, so Lord Draken was really cool, and that could really tie in the universes. But the Green Ranger, of course, was the first. And I gotta be honest, when I saw the green, I wasn't too happy. 26 years ago. Guys, do you know green's the least popular car color in the world? In the world. And at that time, honestly, green wasn't like green shoes, green suit. Now Rick Ross is rapping about the green Gucci suit, but you didn't have a green Gucci suit back 26 years ago. Green was a very awkward color at one point. And it made me like, well, yeah, I embraced it when I saw the shield, and it was just such a popping, weird color, green. That's why red, you guys like different characters because you relate to colors. It's colors and characters, but colors. I like red, no matter what. I like red, no matter what. I like blue. So it happens to be that we got cool characters behind our colors as well, but it's a color scheme and karate. So I was just happy to be a weird green. Now there's green cars, and I got green shoes.
I liked the ninjetti costumes. That was probably my favorite, and it was like pajamas.
I liked the Zeo helmets because they lit up like the lights. The turbo helmets because they lit. I know. I only had 2 seasons. I should know either one. Good
Did
question.
Adam have one?
Yes, Adam had one too. Tommy.
Okay, got another question from Green Ranger.
What's your favorite ranger?
Favorite? Well, I like the yellow and the pink. Oh, what? Oh, really? Oh, thanks, girls. Yeah, thanks.
That's
Thank
very
you for
sweet.
the awe.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
Oh, well, I gotta go with this one now.
Aw.
And this one.
Aw.
Pink. I liked
next show will be a
your
different
black.
story.
Yeah. No, I really like your white suit. When you were the White Ranger, I like that suit. I'm actually looking at him right now. Yeah, I like the helmet from that too. He's not even listening to me.
No, I am.
I'm
She's
complimenting
listen,
him.
I'm listening to
and he's
you.
not listening.
I'm listening to you, and she's telling me I like you with Dino Charge. It's not Dino Charge. It's Dino Thunder. One day we'll be up here 20 years from now. Yeah, I think it was. You real? I am listening to you. I am listening to you. She's saying Dino Charge in my ear. You know what? I'm gonna say it. Just we do so many shows, right? That you guys pay attention to detail all the time. And I wasn't feeling too well the other day, so I was laying in bed and I happened to flip through the Power Ranger movie just to see, because there's a lot of stories in there. I got a bow staff. There's so many stories. I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. And I was watching the morphing sequence of the movie. White Ranger, you need to know this. I was watching the morphing sequence in the movie. And everyone that morphed, not that it matters, but for me now, I'm like you guys, it was like this. I'm the only one that morphed like that in the movie. So everyone's like, this, movie, and then you see me like that. In the Power Ranger movie, which I've never seen that before ever, which was very strange. So they need to watch How to Morph video on my YouTube, JDF FFN, subscribe now.
You know, we had a couple of different morphs for Zeo after I went back and I watched. I was like, wait, what, our stunt guys, when they were morphing in the alleyway, there was like this intricate morph. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. Yeah, we had like two or three different morphs.
The turbo one, I remember it was like, and I was kind of being like a smart butt. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, we're driving a car, let's turn to the left. And they're like, yeah, it's cool. I actually turned to the left, like, whatever they did, and I was like, yeah. So there's that move. Yeah, guys, I have so many morphs. Let me tell you the easiest one, and the best, most effective one is like this. Austin does it the best. It's morphin' time. He's done. You can remember it. All this other stuff, by the time I'm like, all right, guys, bam, bam, like the guy will come up, and that's like me going to fight. Oh, you want to fight? That's kind of how it is. All right, it's more of by the time we do all this, and it's not like the fast one. If you watch the original, he's like, it's morphin' time, just casual, and it's like surprising because it's like, what? Oh, just if we went morphin' time, and then all of a sudden. So yeah,
That's funny what you were just saying. When you really think about it, you take all this time to morph to go kick me. Yeah, you'll be like already knocked out. You're like, it's morphin' time.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole time. Anyway.
Okay, sorry, we crack each other up sometimes. Okay, moving on.
Okay, hi guys,
Oh.
it's Drew from the earlier on.
Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, it was me, Drew, over there earlier.
Yes, Drew?
Question, I'm sure all of you can probably relate to this. In the Turbo movie, did the Zeo powers ever disappear, or were they just not used anymore?
Funny you should ask that, because Johnny Bosch just educated me on
Adam?
this. Adam educated me on this. So apparently, there was a scene in the movie where he and Nakia, were looking for Jason and Kimberly, and they got attacked and they lost their Zeo powers, and so their Zeo powers were weakened or something. And so by the time we went to rescue the little, what was his name? Larigo. When we rescued Larigo. Oh gosh, I'm so glad I have you guys to help me out. That's why I wasn't able to morph correctly.
Man, Johnny just makes that stuff up.
You think he made that up?
Johnny knows that. No, he's educated on the universe now. He is
Yeah,
educated.
he
I've been
takes-
educated too, but
Yeah.
there's no sense of where things have been. Like, how did he become a
No.
Dr. Oliver and all? Now you're all trying to.
Figure it out.
In the comic book now is kind of like
Yeah.
putting through, weaving it all in together.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm sure Adam knows this stuff.
Adam, he's a smart guy.
He knows this stuff. It's funny when you say Jason, Kimberly, because Austin's name is Jason in real life. So when I first met him, his name was Jason. So I thought that was cool because as an actor, if you got recognized, like Tommy. Yeah, I just would brand Jason. What's up? They'd be like, oh, what? That's your real name. But now that we changed, so we have Narvi.
There's a lot of Jasons.
Yeah,
now.
so I just call him Narvi, and I think of Austin as Austin, but then the character's name is Jason, and I'm Jason. So I don't know which you're referring to. You're like Jason and Kimberly? I thought she was saying Jason and Kimberly.
Austin and Amy Jo. There we go.
Oh, you mean Jason and Kimberly? Let's just stay in characters' names, okay?
That's easy for me.
Yeah.
Dang, just
That's
a
what I'm
different
saying,
letter.
Yeah, exactly. It's just a different letter. All right.
Who's next?
Right, over here.
Questions.
My name is Monon. I just want to say all three of you, I just want to say thank you so much for making my childhood. My sister got me into Power Ranger when I was really younger. Now I'm like turning 21 real soon, so I just want to say thank you so much.
Birthday to you.
But my main question is for Jason, and I don't know if you've watched the recent Death Battle, but they had your Ranger, one of the White Ranger Morphins in there, and they met first it against Godzilla. What is your opinions about it, and also, what do you think about Death Battle in general?
Yeah, I heard there was a death battle. I didn't get a chance to see it though. I think the death battle is kind of like a superpower beatdown. Is that what you're referring to, like the death battles between? Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. I know it's out there because people are telling me, so maybe I should go check it out and watch it. They have a lot of fan stuff out there. I did hear about it. Who won anyway in that?
I was like, oh hell no!
Who won?
Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla?
What?
Well, I mean, it's the
He's
Dragon Zord.
radioactive.
It's kind of daddish, sort of. Yeah, kind of.
It wasn't Nut in the Sun though that did that.
No, it's Death Battle. It's a different. Yeah, it's kind of they have a good content, but they take the Zords or whatever. Yeah, I'll check it out. But why do I want to check it out? I didn't win. I'll fix it. Don't worry. I think because they asked if I wanted to do it, and they're like, no, never mind. You don't want to do it? Cool.
You
You're
died.
out. You died.
The next question at the back.
Hi there. This is for Jason. If you were to do another superhero beatdown for Batman the Sun, who would you like to fight the most next?
Yeah, I think. Well, I enjoy playing Bloodshot. I did, and I think I told Aaron that since I was a Bloodshot, it'd be cool. Not that I'm gonna do one because I've done a lot of them, but if they would do one, I would like to see like Bloodshot. Right now, I've been promoting for 3 years. Vin Diesel's got a film coming out. It's February. It's gonna hit around the world, and people are gonna be like, "Oh yeah, it really is Bloodshot." Anyway, that thing's gonna be huge, and hopefully he'll do great with it. But the superpower beatdown, it would be cool. I say Bloodshot versus Deadpool and just put it together. But right now, people won't be like, "Oh yeah, Bloodshot." Give it a 6 months. JDF, do you know there's a movie named Bloodshot? Yeah, already know it. That character is #1 in Valiant. It was the most best-selling comic book of all times. I already knew they were going to do a film. I believed in it 3-4 years ago. It just, Vin Diesel's in it, not me. But still, my name's being mentioned, so go Vin, you know? So
Bring it to life.
We've got a question from Yellow Ranger.
What's your favourite monster?
What's your
Catherine.
favourite monster?
Oh. You
I
see
actually
my girlfriend,
was.
But, oh, yeah. Go ahead. What's your favorite monster?
Yes, other than you. You stole my joke. I was going to say that. You beat me to it. I think my favourite is probably Lord Zed and Rita.
I loved Diva Talks. Diva Talks. She was really good when Hillary played Diva Talks in the movie.
What they said, love Zed, love Rita, Diva Talks. Ivan Ooze was cool too.
Oh yeah, he was great.
He was cool. I just think he's cool because he had the big heels on. Like they had to make him really tall, so like you don't see under his cape. But that's why when you see him walk in the camera, he'll have this bit of a walk to him. Not because it's an actor choice, it's a balance choice of him walking on. Oh, the Power Rangers. Watch the movie, you'll see him like shake a little bit. I was betting he was gonna kind of fall. I was like, oh, watch, he's gonna fall. Paul's gonna fall. And so he's walking over gravels. He's like, ah. I didn't have YouTube or a camera to film it at that time, but I did film a lot of stuff. I look back on my footage now, a lot of stuff with the old Dulcia, Mariska. I have so much footage of her. I was like filming way back then. I mean, I have so much footage. But anyway, Ivan Ooze was great because he had tall boots and he was gonna fall. Sorry, Paul.
Hi, this is for Jason. Being Tommy, how did it make you feel from being in Mighty Morphin Rangers to then being a legend within the Power Ranger community?
I was thinking about the word legend the other day, and I realized I'm getting old to have that word legend. Because I used to look at Stan Lee and be like, he's a legend. And so it takes time, I guess, to become a legend. You people, oh my, you guys are legends. I grew up with you, and it's just like, there's a different word meaning to that legend thing, which means that the brand's getting older, but with the fans, it's amazing. But back then, I just wanted to do the job and have fun. I didn't really want to think what the world's going to hold 25 years from then. We just lived each day, and now because of you guys is the only reason we come to the shows and have such a good, strong fan base. You know how good that feels for us being a brand that's not under Marvel, that's not under DC. Valiant, Bloodshot, not under we are in our own universe, which is cool to have Power Rangers in its own universe. We're not under, Marvel, and that's why Spider-Man's not looking at us. Look, he's looking that way. He turned his, he's mooning us like, oh, Power Rangers.
I think Joker has a question.
Hi there, guys. You enjoying out here so far? My question is, what has been your favourite project outside of Power Rangers? Because you did it about 25 years ago, but I'm sure you've had a lot of different projects for them. What has been your favourite outside of it?
Some of the commercials that I've done, but I would say probably Heart of Dixie. I was a recurring role on Heart of Dixie. That was a lot of fun. I got to talk like this. And in the very first episode, my sister ran me over in the first episode. Yeah, it was, my character's name was Patty Pritchett. It was Pritzy and Patty Pritchett. That was a lot of fun. And I had a lot of fun on Atypical as well. I played a part that I was pretty mean, which is a lot different than who I am as a person. I just want you to know that, okay? But yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Probably The Cell, because it was just really, I just really loved working on that movie. They took really good care of me, and it was SAG, so it was Screen Actors Guild. So after being on Power Rangers, a non-union show, and working 20 billion hours a week, and to go on to my first, SAG film and see the way they were treated. They were sending me flowers, and they're so grateful and sweet and kind, and it was nice to be treated like that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. A lot of the stuff that we filmed wasn't didn't test well because it was a dark movie, but you should have seen some of the stuff I had to do. It was really not pleasant. So they did. I think they have some of it on the DVD that we filmed that they didn't release.
Yeah, I enjoy watching stuff outside of the brand too. I like your commercials though. The one commercial, I know I sound like, remember the one? No, you're just so good at it. Commercial acting and drama acting and character acting just so different from stuff. So I enjoy it, and watching you in different stuff is crazy too. But I think for me, I mean, I love playing Bloodshot. I did that for 2 years. It was just like, Ninjak versus the Battle Universe. I really wanted to be a comic book character. So I love comic books at that time. So it was a 92 character before Power Rangers. So I spent a lot of time on that. And then I've been writing kind of poetry stuff. I know it sounds weird, but girls influenced me to write and film some deep poetry things. So I've been doing that a lot. And then there's a movie called Omniboat that's hitting Sundance next year, which I was hearing some of the Stranger Kids. Finn, huh? Yeah, Finn Wolfhard's in the movie. Robert Redford's in there. Did I say it wrong? Oh, Robert Redford's in the movie. Like, there's a list of top people in this movie that I worked on 2 years ago, and it's all acting. And it's finally... It's a good movie. I mean, there's Adam Devine's in the film. There's a lot of big people in the film. So that's going to Sundance. That's next year. I worked on it 2 years ago. So I'm looking forward to that. It's called Omniboat. And just as an actor, these directors, the Meza brothers, believed in me. And, I was there for one line. Literally, I was like, yeah, cool, I'll do something in your movie. I was there for one line. And the actress just had one of those fits. And they're like, cool. So they came to me the next day and gave me the script. And inside, I was like, I just got this script, and they're really good, talented directors, and pulled it off. It was cool, and so anyway, I just enjoy, and I enjoy doing the Comic-Cons, and actually for us getting together, Power Rangers has been such a moving thing for all of us, and it's become a memory for all of us, and we're not scared of who we are and what we do, because we wouldn't be here if that's what we were scared of,
Does it feel strange to you that you became role models to millions of children when you were in your 20s, and now that generation of children has now grown up, and they're reaching the age that you were when you first started it? Does that feel strange to you?
It's funny sometimes because people will come up to the table and they have their little ones with them, and we assume it's the little ones that are coming to meet us, and they're like, no, it's for me. You sign my toy. So yeah, it's really cool because you're passing it on to your children or your nieces and nephews, and so that's how the show is continuing to keep growing. And it's amazing to think after all these years that we'd be sitting here. I knew the show was popular when I was on it, but I never expected to be talking about it 24 years later. So it's really cool. Very grateful.
I would agree. Obviously, back in the day, we didn't have Facebook, we didn't have social media. I didn't even know what a Comic-Con was until like 2008, 2009, to be perfectly honest. And I remember when MySpace was really big, someone had messaged me on MySpace and asked me, when are you going to start doing Comic-Cons? And we had people dressed as you. And I was like, what is a Comic-Con? And what are you talking about? So, like Jason was saying earlier, it's a blessing to be able to be here, to be able to travel the world, to be able to meet our fans. And I didn't know the impact that Power Rangers would have when I was on the show. No way. But it's a blessing to hear when people come to our tables and tell us how it's changed your lives, how it's encouraged you to get into martial arts, how it had you stand up to your bullying people in your school. Like that's incredible, because when we were doing those PSA announcements and stuff for Power Rangers, I didn't know the impact that it would have, and Comic-Cons have given us that opportunity to hear your voices. So thank you guys, thank you tremendously.
No, we truly believe in, and I was saying earlier, I know this sounds, you guys make us, but God's made us. We are the same people, literally, that we were back then. So our hearts haven't changed, but you have made us at these shows. Without the fans, we wouldn't be here talking. And if we talk to one, so when someone says, well, without you we're nothing, no, without you the show will be nothing. But with us, our faith and who we are, these are the same girls that I've known. That's why time doesn't fly by for me. We look at you guys and we say, man, you guys are getting old. You know what I mean? But yeah, like, yeah, and so I think the days that we did it, I was so focused on the present of what I was doing in order to have a good future. You know, and we're happy and blessed that you guys are all growing up now to watch and carry on the legacy, like Catherine was saying, to your kids, to your grandkids, Lord, you know, to everything. So we're happy and blessed. We wouldn't be here without the fans, but I know God's put us here for a reason to talk to y'all and motivate you guys and let you know that, you know, life is about passion, life's about love, and I think that's all we're sharing right now is we're just sharing the love of what we're proud of to you guys, not who we're running from. And most people say that, like, well, do you ever get, you know, stereotyped, or do you ever feel stereotyped? It's like, you know what, I'm kind of happy who I am, and I know there's a bigger plan for God for us, because these girls are talented and they have a lot to offer, and but we're just happy to be part of your growing up, I guess. Kids used to follow me around the mall. Kids used to follow me and parents had no clue who they are. You know, you have kids that watch shows and you don't know the shows, you don't know the actors. Kids used to follow me to the point where parents are like, what's going on here? And I'd be like, get away, kid. Literally, like, they would follow me and be like this, and I looked like, you know, stranger danger, man. Like, I really was, and I was like, go. And they're so captivated by who we were. You are those kids. Now they're able to grow up to come to Comic Cons. So when I became a doctor, little kids would be like, Dr. Oliver, and I was like, yeah. And then it was fine for the parents for them to follow me. It was really weird, really strange. But no, we're happy and blessed, and hopefully we spend many years together.
Well, thank you for coming. And I think that's a really sweet end to the panel as well. And if you missed it earlier, we found out it's the girls' birthdays. So I didn't get you a cake, but we've got you some muffins. So hip hip! Hip hip! Hip hip!
Happy birthday, girls.
And don't forget as well that they'll be signing in the autograph area, and you can get their pictures taken just at photo ops to the left of the stage. So go and say hi to them, talk to them, get their pictures, and thank you so much for coming. Another round of applause!
Hey, you guys, we're gonna take a picture real quick. All right, so you know what my favorite line was? Stampede in the gorge, Simba's down there. Do you know how long I said that? At a random, you know, when like Stampede, you know, the Simba, when they're like, everyone's running, and he's like, Stampede in the gorge, Simba's down there. Yeah, Lion King. Jenna's never heard of that until she saw the Lion King movie. I'm random. I'm just saying, get in the picture, but don't stampede in the gorge.
What time is it?
Guys, we'll be here at the tables. We also have a Q&A tomorrow. We appreciate you guys coming down. We'll be there in just a little bit. And tag us on Instagram or you know, whatever else.
Wait, no, they said they're gonna have a Q&A.